Well, you know, and sometimes you're not quite certain. This one is, it says Green Mission Picnic and Party. This is at Whole Foods, and Whole Foods was one of the sponsors. But here's the tricky part: is sometimes you don't know what's recyclable or not, and so it's a good idea to read those trash cans and read the city, because they do change.
And a lot of things that you think are recyclable are not recyclable. Okay, the fluorescent lights that everybody is by law is required to be able to use are not recyclable.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of it is they say you don't need as many light bulbs. Well, you don't.
But you have to take them to a hazardous waste place to dispose of them.
Yeah. So those are some tricky things. So you're like, how am I supposed to keep all of this straight? Yeah. Well, we'll try and keep you as informed as we can.
I might.
Uh-oh, okay, I'm pulling some stuff.
I know. I may not have it with me right now, but I think I've got a list of a top 10 list of things that are recyclable and are not recyclable. Oh. So we'll get into that.
We'll get into that one right here. This one by Susan Foster. This is a soy candle.
Yeah. You can do anything from soy. I mean, it is the most.
Universal
it is the most. Okay, I would not eat we'll put it this way. Denny's years ago tried to do soy burgers, and my family, they give the restaurant like 10-pound
soy
things.
Milk though, if it's flavored.
But they,
if it's flavored.
We referred to those soy burgers as yuck burgers. It makes unbelievable steaks and bacon and things like that, but hamburger you cannot reproduce with soy.
This candle is by Susan Foster. It's called Sunshine. It smells really good. But this is a soy candle. It lasts for 50 hours.
Yeah.
Imagine that, 50 hours. So, you know, a few soy candles, I mean, it's kind of nice having them around. Not only do they scent the environment, but you may also not need quite as many lights. They're very romantic. It's great for bath time.
Yeah, you know, you can basically, another great thing, soy can be used for fuel also.
Oh, that's true.
Yep, I've seen some things running off. Farmers taking some of their crop and using it to provide the power to grow the rest of the crops in the field. See, that is sustainability there.
And then we didn't forget the list. You probably thought we did. Number 2 is dig beneath the headlines, educate yourself. Fact check and qualify the source, especially when it involves corporate profits. Now, there's things that you can do, like this one right here. This is Tea Tree, and this is by Paul Mitchell. Now, I will tell you that I don't know exactly how green this is. It's out of 100% total recycled fiber, which I'm sure is the paper. The bottles, you can tear off the back and make it a bookmark.
Yep.
Let's see, it's powered by wind. This carton was printed in a facility using wind power. The bottles, I would presume that these are probably recyclable.
Yep.
But also Paul Mitchell is a big supporter of green.
Yeah, but I can guarantee you the biggest problem with being green is packaging. Monty said, yeah, Monty agrees. The biggest problem with being green is we overpackage everything in this country.
Well, and we're not just talking about going to Costco either.
No.
Although Costco is probably one of the biggest offenders, and they do that because the people won't steal them.
Yeah.
So is this one recyclable?
No, but I mean, and then to understand too that because the product itself may be green, the processing may not be green, the delivery may not be green, and you go down the line. Okay, we're going to look...
Well, for example, bamboo.
Bamboo, yep.
I love bamboo, and I think it's incredibly soft, and it's sustainable. It's very sustainable. But the process to make the bamboo...
is not necessarily green.
And one of the concerns about bamboo, because I'd heard about, Olcam had told me about it, is they were having problems with the bamboo for the pandas.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, bamboo forests are drying up worldwide. And because the bamboo grows fast, but it doesn't grow fast enough to sustain itself for its uses. Because they're using it in so many things. They're using it in so many things. And a bamboo garment may not be as green as you think it is, because it's got to be bamboo inherently, because of its nature. Bamboo will grow if you allow.
So you actually have to have another item besides bamboo
mixed in with it in order to keep it from growing. And another thing, we're talking about packaging. We're going to look at this little job.
Which one?
Right there, this bag. Most of the bags that are produced that are supposedly green in this country are not as green as they're supposed to be.
Well, this one right here is by Whole Foods, and they were one of the sponsors of the event. It says a better bag recycled grocery. It's made with 80% recycled content.
Yeah. But the trick is that you have to use, they produce them in a method that is not green to recycle the content to make the bags.
Oh, this one's kind of cool. It's made out of post-consumer plastic from recycled beverage bottles, and if it ever develops a hole or a tear, you take it into Whole Foods Market and they'll replace it for free.
Yeah, but
they want you to bring it back so they can recycle it.
But we did a whole thing about grocery bags and the fact how the bags are not as green as people think they are.
Well, you know, that
they said, you want green, get a paper bag. If you want things that look like they're green, get the bag that they sell you for $1.
You know what? You're right. You're right on that. So that is really a good reason why number 2 was dig beneath the headlines, educate yourself.
Yeah.
Because green, we're not talking just the color green, because green has become so popular that, you know, people will buy things because they say they're green and they're not necessarily green.
Right. A rule of thumb is a smart man rules the world, an ignorant man works for the smart man.
Number 1 is vote for non-fossil politicians. Vote for leaders who are not owned by oil, coal, and nuclear interests.
Yeah, what the problem is, in that area, you can vote for a person that basically, that hates the business, and they'll anything that they can do the opposite of the business they'll go for. And so you have to find it. Once again, it goes back to number 2. Do your research. If the person literally hates the people, you're not going to get somebody that's there for your benefit. He's there because he's trying to get them.
Well, the other part too is you want a politician that's going to be there for you and the environment.
Yeah.
I personally don't really want a politician in there that says the environment is everything and who cares about the people.
That's the whole problem. That is the credo of the environmentalists at the moment, that it is more important to save the environment than it is to save the jobs. I mean, if they had their way, we would slaughter every animal in the world, every animal, including your family pets, because they're the livestock and the pets are bigger polluters than the automobiles are. So there's your thing. I mean, they would already, they're talking about in this country putting a limit on the amount of children you can have.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Boy, what are they going to do with that lady with the 14
Because they're
kids?
using her as the poster girl to put a limit of 2 children per family. Because it would be better for the environment. Well then, because no 2 children to 4 people would fit into one of the small cars. See? So.
Well, you know, when you've got a family of 14 kids, what can you get, a school bus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
I know. You got it. It takes. Okay. The key. We're going to go back to something that Sean Connery said a couple of years ago, when he was getting his Lifetime Achievement Award. He said, "I wouldn't be here today if it hadn't have been for a teacher that taught me how to read." Education. It is education that will change the world. The smarter a person is, the less likely you're going to be able to put something over on them. I mean, look at the last election. That's a perfect example. Education basically allowed a person to snooker a lot of people. And a lack of education, caused the other side to lose. One side embraced the future, the other side says the past was the way to go. So, education, that's it.
Education. So, fuel, it says change your fuel, change the world. And their website is www.thefuelfilm.com. And I will tell you, it's definitely fuel for thought. It is. So for now, this is Notaspringchick.
And this is Old Cam with the Montavious.
We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And for more information, you can go to www.montybubbles.net on the net. And also check out our coverage from the Fuel premiere, because we've got interviews, of course, with the celebrities that were there. And also you heard from Josh Tickle and many other people about the film. And thank you very much, of course, to everybody that allowed us to do that. And thank you once again for the 20 million links on the internet. So ciao for now.